Hello, everybody. This is Dweebheads again. With our Christmas special, we have everyone here, and we also have our guests. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello there. My name is VillagerBoy. You know me. Just that guy with the fez. He makes YTPs a lot, and also has an unhealthy obsession with Zootopia, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Rock Dog. You know the whole stuff.
And now our other guest.
I am MattBoo. I am an animator, and I was the former leader of the Soviet Union.
Okay. Now, to get started, we'd like to ask our guests a few questions. I will ask the first questions. MattBoo, what got you into animation?
Sorry, you were kind of breaking up there.
What got you into animation?
Okay, so what got me into animation? When I was a child, a little wee lad, a little thing that you can drop pick over your fence, I really loved watching SpongeBob so much when I was, like, really little. And, when I realized that it was just, something that, can be possible with animation, it inspired me so much to kind of, like, opened up a whole world to me. And, that kind of inspired me to kind of, want to cartoon myself, like, the animations.
Alrighty.
So yeah, SpongeBob's pretty much what got me into animation in general, to be honest.
Yeah, now, Villager Boy, what got you all started with this YouTube poop stuff? Like,
I don't know. I just like watching them a lot.
yeah, but was there one particular example that got you into starting to make them?
Well, to be honest, I really have no idea. Like I've been watching YTPs a lot since I was like really young or something, like in the old YouTube days. Like I watched a lot of them.
Now,
I remember there was actually one thing. I remember you used to make a lot of vines, and they were hilarious on those edits you took.
Oh yeah. I'm also a Vine guy too.
There's Vine 2 coming up. I know a lot of people.
Yep.
But that's got my attention, and I'm curious to see what they did.
now, would our podcasters like to ask our guests any question?
I'm gonna say I don't know. Like one of you guys go first. So let me think of something while you guys just think.
I need to think of one too.
Also, guests, you can ask the podcasters.
Wait a second. Like whenever I'm in these, I can't really think of a question.
Oh, I think that's actually three of us out of the 3 out of 4 of us.
Oh no.
Wait, no. I think I got an idea. All right, there we go. So we already know it's coming to this. All right, 2018 is on its way. This is the last month of 2017. So let me ask you a question: has 2017 been a better year than 2016?
Yeah, I would. So
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
well,
It was alright.
mixed. First of all, like less celebrities and famous actors and all that stuff have died this year than they have in 2016. It's just like in 2016, it was always a case of who's going to be getting a visit from death next. But now, like this year, everybody in media is like sexual degenerate, but it's like one step less from like actually dying for good. So I guess in that regard, I think it's been a somewhat better year than last year.
And that's what I think too. But then 2016, there were all these celebrities and famous people dying, like David Bowie, just gone, and John Glenn, first man to orbit the Earth, just gone. Then Carrie Fisher and her mother, both dead, day apart.
Like, I mean, like we lost so many.
Yeah, that was just a lot.
To be honest, the most
voice actors from Rugrats died last year, and that's just kind of sad.
Yeah, that is
3
sad.
actors from and like a few months apart actually, Joe Lasky, who did Blue, he died. John Riley, who did Stu, he died. I don't know who did the voice for Susie's dad, but I think he died too, so that makes it like 3. And let's not forget that other voice actors from Rugrats died earlier, like the original voice for Chucky, she died years ago.
Yeah, but then 2017 they have all these like scandals, like Harvey Weinstein and Chris Savino. He lost his job.
Yeah, a lot of the celebrities getting exposed, for sexual harassment. Like
And not only celebrities, like big people too.
Like people famous in the internet has also went downhill. The famous people has actually went to the bad road. In fact, even some people got a bad reputation this year as well. Like, it's like so much has happened in 2017. Like that. Like I think I don't think we got celebrities dying. It was just that celebrities had the worst luck in 2017 for them. Like, and they've been already went to a bad road at this point, and their reputation.
Yeah, but losing your
Adam
job.
West died this year or last year?
He died this year.
Yeah, he died this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
that was sad, to be honest.
But then you have people like, that is upsetting. But what is really upsetting to me especially is that you have Dan Schneider, one of the big people at Nickelodeon, hasn't been.
God, freaking Dan Schneider.
He has not come under anything in the entire time he's been there. Yet Chris Savino, who's only been there 4 years, he got expelled for doing.
Yeah. It kind of boggles the mind, like
when you know what Dan Schneider, he puts in all this stuff in his show that is completely obvious to probably not to kids, but to. Probably.
It's clear that he has like a foot fetish or some crap like that, and
obviously, just
I remember in iCarly there was like this talking bra or whatever, and
yeah, Dan Schneider, he's just a.
Someone like Schneider can still be employed by a channel like Nickelodeon after all the stuff he's turned out, after all the stuff that's been online,
and all the stuff, and all the time he's been there.
Like Keenan and Keller, all that, and but someone like Chris Savino, who has only been employed for like 3 years on the network, he gets fired on the spot.
But what you got to know is that Chris Savino, he kind of had a controversial history.
Yeah, did he make that one comic called The Adventures of Eddie Puss or something? Like,
yeah, he made a
one kid
weird
really
porn
had
comic.
the hots for his mom or something.
Yeah.
Chris Savino had kind of like a controversial run when he was the showrunner for Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls when their creators left for Foster's Home and Samurai Jack. And everybody pretty much hated the show after that. But now that he's got his own show, all of a sudden it becomes acclaimed after all the controversy that he's left in the animation industry. And now all of a sudden, he's gone just in an instant.
Yep.
But then but Dan Schneider, he's been there, 25 years, and nothing's been done to him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's still going, surprisingly.
He seems like a prime suspect for somebody who could be fired instantly this year.
And I'm surprised.
I don't even know what's up with Nickelodeon with him.
But the only reason I only think they keep him because of how successful these teenage sitcoms are.
I don't
easily just get them from a Disney Channel or some shit like that. I don't know, but
I don't know.
Yeah, that's actually kind of sad that he's been there for almost the beginning with all of that, but nothing happened to him yet.
It's kind of crazy, don't you think?
And after they fired Chris Savino for something to the extent that Schneider has done in the past. He would do something about Schneider too, but nope.
Nope, but
not gonna happen.
But Dan Schneider, he has a longer history of doing any of this. He has probably a longer history than Chris Savino ever has. There's a whole Reddit post about all the shit he does.
Yeah, but you gotta remember that Chris Savino's also animation industry veteran. He worked in the cartoon industry as early as the early '90s on shows like Red and Stimpy or Rocko's Modern Life. He's been around for probably as long as Schneider has. To be honest.
That's a fair point, but out of this, well, Christmas is on the way. And we have. What's the worst part about Christmas?
Sometimes in Christmas I have to go with family relatives. I'm not doing this anymore, but before, I had to meet up with all my relatives a lot in the same house, and it's not that bad. But as long as I don't meet up with the cousins I don't like or the ones that annoy me. Because just think about it. You have this cousin or an uncle you don't like, and they try to hang out with you. They won't leave you alone. You gotta stay with them, but you can't be mean because everyone is together at a holiday. Everyone has to be nice too and be thankful for each other and be happy. But you have to act all happy, and then you can't hold it in, and you can't just handle it. You just always wish. You just wish it could be over.
You have to suppress that anger you have for them. For this one specific day where everything's supposed to be all holly jolly and everything, but
for me, the worst part about Christmas is honestly just all the stress that it puts on me. I always go Christmas shopping, but almost all of it's something like Goodwill or Salvation Army stores, which are 5 and dime.
I think the biggest burden about Christmas is that the shopping itself. You have to ask your family probably a month or a few weeks tops in advance of what they would like this year, and you have to shop all around everywhere, online or on Walmart or something like that. And half the time, the presents that they listed might not even be there anymore. Somebody would have already purchased all of them. Or on the flip side, actually shopping for them, you might not have enough money to afford for all these gifts. And you might even get the wrong one.
Mm-hmm. That's a fact of the matter, but that...
Here's one... that's true.
But that area I was in, last weekend, it was just the only place where any shopping will probably be done is that mom and pop store, and then there was a Bon-Ton in there.
Yeah, mostly I think the worst part about Christmas just we hardly get any snow around December. Just well the thing is I'm actually getting snow right now. But the thing is, just so we hardly get a white Christmas around here, just which blows, to be honest.
I never got any snow either, really.
Actually, I think I know what's gonna happen to here. There is an area in here, and the thing is, I remember it was a really good idea. If it snowed, since it snows over there, if it was a day it snowed, we can actually ran out of spring Christmas right there at the cabin where it snows, and then just enjoy it. But I don't think we're gonna do that at this point. It's been 3 times when I wanted to try this. We can't do it since it's number one, we're on a budget. Because think about this because my grandparents are no longer here. They're basically just staying over there in Mexico. So it's basically my mom, my sister, me, and since my mom doesn't, we don't have much relatives to help us out with this point, we have to be on a closed budget, and we made it a thing where we can't get presents over this limit of money. So I have to think what I need to get. And last year we needed to go with a budget that wasn't over $50. this year we had to go with a budget that doesn't go over $30. So we need to think of something we want good without trying to go over that budget. And my mom said, "We're gonna get clothes this year. Sorry." And it's like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, that's another gripe I have about Christmas. All the time.
Oh boy, I hope this
Oh,
is
yeah.
a new train.
And
What
You,
is
you
this?
just get
Clever?
you just get a pair of
I
socks.
will laugh on your deathbed.
it's either just clothes or like, especially from like grandmas,
Or a
like,
hand-me-down. It's a hand-me-down.
yeah, it's a hand-me-down. Like, that's a lot of the time that's just what it is. It's just a lot of the time it's hand-me-downs from grandma or just
like, quality of that hand-me-down is like, I'm pretty sure like every year on Christmas there's some little kid somewhere in the world who gets really crappy hand-me-downs just for a quick buck.
yeah, and grandmothers they can't tell what's the like they go to like freaking dollar stores or something and they can't tell what's the real product and what's not. Like
You have to go with
these
that's
dollar
why
stores, they
people
just sell cheap.
get like, that's why people get like Cars Life instead of cars on Christmas.
Yeah, and
or
the
on-
worst thing about it is that you can get ratatouille for Christmas by complete accident. That would be the worst punishment.
I just,
God.
there is one thing I remember that I
Merry
did.
Christmas. Here's your freaking rat movie.
You want to know the funniest thing that happened to me last year? So, because my grandparents are already aware that if we ask for stuff from them, they won't know they won't know what we're asking for if we tell them that. So what they did, in fact, they're gonna do this from now on. We're gonna go do a Christmas shopping thing with the limit to how much money we can spend, and we go to the store with them, get something and buy something what we want. But there's a catch. Once they buy it for us, we have to wait until Christmas when it comes, so that way we can just use it. So like last year, I went with my grandparents. I got Pokemon Moon, and I also got like Mortal Kombat. But the catch was I couldn't play those games until it was Christmas Day. So that's what they did. They had to wrap it up in front of me, and it's like, okay, well I have to wait for Christmas, whatever. And this year, since we are on a tight budget, because I was asking my mom, I just want either like an iPad or at least a laptop. I can use those. But instead, because it's due to budgets, it's going to be hard for me. So I can't get those. I only can get clothes at the moment. So at least it's better than getting nothing.
Yeah, you're getting a house from it instead.
Yeah, the house is probably the house actually comes first.
Yeah, the house is.
You can't,
I mean, like, I'm not a spoiled brat. I mean, like, I understand we need the money in the house and stuff, so that's what I know. But I just wonder. I was so much money on everything. Because my birthday's after is like a month after is a month after Christmas, so it's basically like January. So I'm gonna still be on a budget for my birthday, and I gotta think something good and nice that everyone will enjoy, not just me, but everyone. I don't want to be selfish on my birthday. Like what's always like the worst thing about you? I don't think I got everyone. What do you think was the worst thing for Christmas for you guys? Like, what's the worst thing about it?
I'll have to think about that. I'm trying to think right now.
Well, I mean, like,
pretty much the worst thing for me is that we don't get any like snow weather.
Oh, that's true. I understand that. There's no snow in my area either.
Yeah.
The worst thing about like Christmas, in London, is that it's always just so busy. You can't walk around. You can't even walk on the street. It's that busy.
It's just, yeah. I mean, like what I know, most of the common thing I ask for people is that they would say that anyone who doesn't have a job and has to celebrate Christmas, they said the worst part is that they have to spend time with their entire family and relatives all together, sharing the same house. Especially, I think one of my friends told me that he how he spends his Christmas. Every year they gotta go to someone's like the relative's house and spend like the Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at their house. So they had to share a house with people, like mostly their relatives, they only can spit. They only can, since it's only just like 3 different families living in the same house. That's what it's like. So he said it's annoying when they have to sleep at his house because he told me he has like 7 cousins that they're not responsible enough and they run around. And they always demand to use his stuff. Telling him to like they can use his computer when he was trying to do his homework from college, do his homework on it, and he told him no. And then the kids were just telling their parents just to let him use it, and then they were telling him, hey, like he has to get off the computer, and then he told him that he has to do homework onto it, and then he said, well, if you're done, can you at least tell him to use the computer? And then like that's when he's all like, oh, like that point. But the kids wouldn't stop bugging and saying that finish your homework so we can use it, stuff. It's like wow, these sound really spoiled. Not a really good relatives that you want to have.
But then,
how old?
But yeah. At the house, the most that's probably going to be a problem is our dog. He is a very, very yippy dog, but we don't know if he'll be under the tree wrapping up our presents. Given he does sleep, and whenever he's asleep, best leave him alone because you best leave the dog alone because if he sleeps, he will, and you mess around with him, he will bite you. And he's not typically the breed that you'd expect to snap at you. He's a little toy dog.
Is he a toy chihuahua?
Well, he's a chihuahua, and part of something else.
I knew it. Yeah, I knew it because I mean, like, no, because I mean, like, I do go to my mom's boyfriend's house a lot, and he has a daughter that has a chihuahua. And when the first time I met him, like, they're used to me now, but they used to like bark at me. They tried barking at me and then like try to attack me because they didn't like me, and then they got used to me and they just it's okay with me now. But I swear I had the video saved when I met her the first time. She threatened me by grabbing her blanket and started like moving it side by side while growling it to show what she's going to do to me if I get near her. I just think it looks funny. Yes,
it's actually kind of funny you mention that because around the holidays, whenever we go to Grandma's house for Christmas and everything, what my dad and his aunts they will usually do is bring their little dog Crossover. And what's also funny is that Grandma has a cat at the house. So whenever they bring the dog with, you're gonna have to deal with the bird and the occasional fight in the cabin on Christmas.
Oh, we have a couple cats too, but they get in fights a lot, but it's never anything too serious with the animals.
Yeah.
Every time I hear the word cat, I just think of that one video when this boy gets attacked by his cat, gets pinned to the boy at the end. It was a Vine though. It looked funny and stupid.
Yeah, but then you've got all these Christmas carols. Christmas caroling, it's pretty much a thing of the past. Like,
yeah, don't they? I don't think do they even do those anymore, or just?
I haven't seen carolers in a very long time, so I can't really say for certain. I'm sure it's still. I mean, it's Christmas. I mean, like, it's tradition for at least someone to do caroling, so I'm sure it's still around. But I doubt that it's still as prevalent as it was, like, 50 or 40 years ago or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, the smaller cities that I live in, like, I haven't seen any carolers or anything like that.
We won't go until we get some.
Yeah, but I think parts, like, little Amish towns probably still go Christmas caroling, but then again, I'm not even sure if they can even know half the songs, even know any Christmas songs, because they're Amish.
One thing I want to say is that I just think maybe does Christmas carols at this point of generation, because some people are strict with their area and their houses and they call it their quote-unquote property, they would actually do something to get you out of their property. I would imagine, like, if you try to sing like a Christmas, like, if I'm right, I think I remember before some people would sing constantly until the people paid them money to just at least go, and then let them to move to the next house when they just sing Christmas carols from house to house. I'm just thinking, well, at this point of generation, there's some houses that are super protected. They'll point a gun at you if you don't know who you are and they want you to leave. So I'm saying it would be not best to do those at this point, because certain houses and people are crazy with their own house and property. So those things exist. I would have to give my good consults. I'm sorry, but I have to give my good consults to consult whatever it's called. Like, just give them my good prayers so that they survive. That's it. I've seen. It's just weird at this point now.
Yeah, but
Plus, you be confused.
One of my favorite things about Christmas is that there are always, if you walk into like a store or something, like you see all this you always see this Santa person, like small Santa. While we were out on vacation during like last week, saw this really crappy Walmart Santa. He was quite possibly the worst Santa I've ever seen.
Like how? Was it because of the way he looked like?
Christmas,
How do you
little
look?
boy. And you, mommy and daddy, you're gonna get toy train. Oh, next
Oh,
kid, please.
He had like he had like a black patch on his like fingernail. I'm not sure. It might have been like tobacco or something, but I don't know. But you could tell he did not like doing that. He did not. He just wanted to do it just so he could get food on the table.
Yes, and Santa would like to get a little more money, but his payment is $1 an hour.
So yeah, speaking of it, favorite things of Christmas. How about we talk about some Christmas specials or something?
Yeah.
Like everyone likes those, right?
Oh yeah, Christmas specials are great.
Is here. Jolliness and cheer.
Sorry, so basically what's
is falling down. He fell into
Are you finished?
Oh, isn't there like this documentary? There's this like documentary that details how like some Christmas movies were made. Like Elf is one of them, which is also probably one of my all-time favorite like Christmas movies.
I haven't seen Elf in a long time.
My
I don't
sister's
know
seen
if
it.
Wild because my mom hates Elf, but my dad loves it. So
My sister said it was. But then again, my sister thinks a lot of things are stupid. That involves like grown men doing this weird, stupid stuff.
Oh, I think it's actually quite humorous to see Will Ferrell prancing around New York City in yellow tights.
I cannot believe he had the dignity to actually do that.
everything's always better with Will Ferrell.
And he actually thought it was going to be the end of his career. Now look at him.
Yeah, that's actually funny because that's actually funny you mentioned that because when they were making a Charlie Brown Christmas, like CBS was so against pretty much everything that was being made in it. Like they tried objecting and censoring every single thing in there. They were especially nervous about Linus quoting the Bible near the end when Charlie Brown asked what Christmas is all about, and even the people who made it were kind of ashamed of themselves when they saw like a rough cut of it. I think even Charles Schultz said like Charlie Brown was dead. Everybody thought it was gonna fail horribly, and like CBS was gonna like burn it off on one evening and around the Christmas time. But lo and behold, everybody in town, not in town, like half the entire country saw it the night it premiered, and it became like the classic it is today. And everybody thought it would fail, but they were wrong about that. So that's actually kind of funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah, that's actually, I actually did not know that, but that is actually very interesting to know. And
Wow.
The special with a laugh track put on there, and the make
that
the
actually,
makers
I
didn't
think
want
putting a laugh track on it, that would have hurt it. That would have hurt it.
Look, here's my opinion. I think a lot of sitcoms can be better if they do not include a laugh track. I'm just saying that because putting laugh tracks on jokes that feel it makes the jokes feel sort of forced. It doesn't feel like a natural joke at all. It just kills things.
That's kind of the problem that...
Yeah.
Laughter works for different shows. I mean, like, it would work fine for, like, Flintstones or I Love Lucy or even friggin' Seinfeld. For shows like, but for shows like Glenmore and DDS, like, the laugh track is just not necessary. It's not even needed, but it's there for some unknown reason.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo.
And it just makes the unfunny jokes even more obnoxious and everything like that. So it's like all up in your face, this is a funny joke, you should laugh, and it's not funny.
Yeah, but Scooby-Doo, whenever he says, Ruby, Ruby, Roo, there's a laugh track. Why is that? I never understood that. Why is there a laugh track? It's not that funny. That's just a thing he says.
Well, for Scooby-Doo, however, that's different because it just adds to, like, the cheesiness of the entirety of the show, and it just kind of makes it charming in a way.
Yeah, Scooby-Doo is kind of a guilty pleasure.
Did Scooby-Doo ever have a Christmas special?
Yeah, I think they did.
I don't know. It's
like if I can remember, I think I remember watching this one Scooby-Doo Christmas special. Just like I think that, like, you know, Scooby-Doo and the gang were just they were throwing like a play of the Nutcracker or something. Just and also had Scrappy-Doo in it too. Just
oh God,
we all hate it.
That's when you know the Christmas classic.
Yeah, I couldn't really remember a lot from that, but just but yeah, I do remember. I do remember that they made a Christmas special or something like that.
Let's split up, gang. Daphne and I will go check in the bedroom.
though another Christmas special that I think is actually is probably I remember fondly, but I never see this one it's never talked about as much as the others. It's A Year Without a Santa Claus. I always liked it.
The one by Reagan Bass.
A Year Without a Santa. I don't think I've seen that. Holy shit.
Star Wars Holiday Special? No, I'm kidding.
No, do not go there. Carson.
No, we never talked about that.
No, we never talk about the Star Wars Holiday Special. Everybody that worked on it absolutely hated it.
That's it. I'm turning back.
Happy Life Day!
I think that only aired once, right? Everybody hated
Yes, it only aired once, and
even George Lucas hated it.
Yeah, George Lucas felt ashamed making that as soon as it aired. It's actually
I remember he mentioned like this one quote that said if I had the time and a sledgehammer, I would go track down every copy and smash it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's the thing he doesn't want to talk about. Yeah.
And now, Sonic.
If my name was attached to a special like that, I would probably disown it too.
Yeah, but Sonic the Hedgehog, that Sonic Christmas Blast, that was actually a part of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, which in itself...
Yeah, it was. Like, I actually remember seeing that. I forgot it even existed. Like, it had Scratch and Grounder, but it had a bunch of the characters from the Sad AM series, too, like, Sally. That's actually kind of weird.
But here's the thing about the series as a whole. Everybody that worked on it pretty much hated it, except for the guy in charge. The guy in charge also designed Dr. Eggman for it, and he described him as the world's sexiest cartoon fat man. No joke.
Well, it felt like to people who were watching it at the time, it kind of felt like a Red and Stimpy knockoff, and that's kind of what it was because a bunch of the Red and Stimpy artists worked on that show. But now that, like, 25 years later or so, I actually do kind of like it in, like, a so bad it's good basis.
Yeah, that's what happened to a lot of the,
It's funny because it's so goddamn stupid.
That's kind of what happened to a lot of the Deke video game cartoons, like, Super Mario World. Speaking of Mario World, you gotta be glad Mama Luigi is the poster child for the entire series, because it's actually one of the better animated ones. Out of all
Well, that's actually the very last one they ever made.
Yeah, before production was halted.
Yeah.
It's actually
It's the last
probably...
one they made, period, because they never made another Mario cartoon after that.
Yeah, but it's actually
Way
probably
to go off with a bang. It actually went off with a bang there, because...
Yeah, it's actually probably... It's actually the best episode of the entire Mario World cartoon that's... It has the best animation of the entire series. Like...
The football!
Indiana Joe.
Yeah, but
Oh no.
but then the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, it was a massive success. The only reason it ended is because Nintendo just said, "No, thank you, we're done." Makes you wonder why they renewed 2 more of them.
Not in your lasagna loving life. I'm gonna make linguine out of you, twat meatball.
Yes, and that's actually a true story.
That actually reminds me of that one clip from the live action segment of that Mario cartoon. And I can't really remember what the context was, but basically, at one point Mario was saying to Luigi, "Oh, thank you, Luigi," but it sounded like, "Oh, fuck you, Luigi."
Indeed, on your overalls. Oh, fuck, oh, thank you, Luigi. But there's like a laugh track in it, and everyone thought this. Fuck
I know it's supposed to thank you, but it's only, but all I hear is fuck you.
Yeah, I tried listening for thank you before. I can't hear it.
Yeah, because the laugh track kind of blocks it and it made it fuck.
Yeah.
But you can tell they actually had a lot of fun doing the live action segments.
Yeah, that's a surprise that
They-
what's his name again?
Captain Lou and Danny Wells, they had a lot of fun working on the show. It was
you could tell that a lot of heart went into it.
Yeah, and they never went after anyone to guest star on it. All the guest stars that were on there, they asked to be on there. They had kids that were crazy about the Mario Brothers.
Wasn't Randy Savage a guest star too at one point? Just thinking.
I don't know, like... And they went up against Mickey Mouse. They won the ratings. The ratings were super well. It didn't end. It just ended because Nintendo pulled the plug on it.
Actually, wasn't there like 65 episodes of that show before they canned it? Because I think at the time, like, they could only legally, they could only go to a legal commitment that a show like that can only go on for like 65 episodes or whatever.
I don't know.
A lot of cartoons from the time had like one season, but they had like 65 episodes. That's because they had a legal commitment to stick with that.
I'm actually not sure why it ended. That could be the reason, but from reading an interview with Danny Wells, who played Luigi, Nintendo was actually responsible for the show ending. They just said no, and they didn't even... And at first, Nintendo wanted nothing to do with it. They were against it. They just said, no, we don't want to. We can't fulfill our demand right now.
To be honest, like, I think it would be perfect if they did a Mario cartoon again these days. Like, another Sonic cartoon lately, and the Pokemon anime is still going strong.
Mm-hmm.
I think people...
So I think if there's a time that would be perfect for a new Mario cartoon, it would probably...
Yeah, right now would be the perfect time, but they're already making a movie.
Yeah.
Let's just hope it doesn't end up like it did 25 years ago.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be better.
I'm pretty sure that it probably will.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I think. Speaking of which, is it Illumination? Making a Mario film or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
But
Originally, they said that it was supposed to be Sony that was supposed to come out with the film, but now it's just going through Illumination when they made the discussion about the Mario film. And people are a bit concerned with this.
Hold on a second.
Because, the Minions...
Hi, Mother, I'm still recording!
People said that it's also bad because they made the... And that's another one. I don't know, man. I'm maybe stupid, but I didn't find anything stupid about the Lorax. But can anyone tell me why people hated the Lorax that was made from Illumination?
Because...
Why did they do that?
Apparently, it shat on the original message of the book.
But
I think it's mostly just big.
Controversial is that it kind of contradicted what the message was for the original book in a way.
It is.
Also they made the Once-er sexy.
Yeah, but
Tumblr went crazy over the Once-er in the movie.
Yeah, but
I didn't really go into Tumblr until after the book. I didn't know, to be honest.
But out of all the Dr. Seuss movies, I'd have to say Horton Hears a Who is probably the best out of all of them.
I did actually enjoy Here's Who. I enjoyed it actually.
The Cat in the Hat is absolutely the worst. It absolutely takes.
Well, at least in like the Grinch one, the live action Grinch one, you can tell that Jim Carrey was having a lot of fun playing.
Which is a plus, even though.
But Mike Myers as the Cat in the Hat just looks so stiff and just looked like a clown with like hat makeup on or whatever.
Yeah, that's another.
He just looked so stiff in that.
Yeah, Mike Myers looks absolutely. And that just there's this one part that makes me so legitimately upset. It's just pretty much just corporate greed. It's that part where they decide to plug Universal Studios.
Ka-ching! Ka-ching!
That's how you can summarize the entire movie.
One thing I want to say, I thought was just I don't know if this was your guys' opinion. The part, what we got something good from the movie, remember the Cat in the Hat with the bat beam? He was
Yeah, that one.
I freaking love that.
I gotta go find my dog. He ran away. For the DVD. I'm on my way to find my dog now. For the soundtrack too.
Dirty hoe.
Also,
how did they manage to put the joke in the movie so easily and not let it get removed? It was just in the movie. I recall.
You know when Cartoon Network showed the Cat in the Hat movie, they took out those those jokes. Just the Dirty Hoe joke, the Universal Studios one. Just
Also, while I was on mute for like a split second, I said something that the mic still picked up. I'm still conflicted whether I should cut that out or not, but well, I don't want to have to edit it because these take long enough to process. I don't want to process them twice.
I actually kind of remember having like the VHS to that movie, like really cool. And it's funny because I have so much vague memories of that. Like it's kind of probably only like time. But one that I remembered was that purple stuff that came through the sewer pipes or whatever that really out of it, and that made me not want to see that movie again. And I think that was a good choice on my part because if I saw that movie any sooner than that, it probably would have turned my brain.
And I still see the movie come on Cartoon Network every few times.
Which movie?
Yeah. The Cat in the Hat,
Cat
which
in the
is
Hat.
like
Cat in the Hat, yeah.
Why is it that Cat in the Hat is like super connected to Cartoon Network?
I don't know.
I don't know.
And also, they usually show like Diary of a Wimpy Kid all the time.
Oh yeah,
Even though Warner Brothers or Turner, who
movies, or was it always Cartoon Network?
Oh, I don't know.
Let's continue on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, speaking of Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you know the new movie came out this year. Just
yeah.
And
Roderick.
Everyone was so pissed.
Everyone was so pissed at how Roderick looked.
Not my Roderick. Not my Roderick.
Hashtag not my Roderick.
I forgot about not my Roderick.
It's funny that someone made a post.
I'm gonna lie, that.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. So I remember I saw a post that someone did a comparison picture of Michael Jackson with the new Roderick actor, and does this look for the differences?
You know, the new Rodri kind of looks like Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
It kind of does. Oh no!
Sorry about that Discord. I mean,
Run as fast as you can. You can't get to me, because I'm the gingerbread man! You're a monster!
Yeah, but trying to think. Yeah, but you know what probably the worst adaptation of literally anything ever has to be? Alvin
What?
and the Chipmunks live action, full stop.
Oh, of course. Yep.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
what would friend
What would
thinking
you-
about?
Uh,
I agree. It's like the worst adaptation for anything I can possibly.
Yeah, it's just
You know what I think is worse about those movies though? Like, not only did the sequel overshadow that Winnie the Pooh film that was done in 2D, and that was pretty much like the death toll for a traditional animation theaters because now people want to see CG more.
and it's a
But-
shame too because from what I've heard, Winnie the Pooh movie was actually pretty well done.
Yeah, it did.
Given it's
good-
Disney,
yeah.
and Disney puts a lot of time into their stuff.
Yeah, they do, but it's just... I think at this point now,
Yeah,
we're
but
gonna see...
the first film I just found out to my shock was written by Will McLeod and Chris Viscardi, who you may recognize as the creators of The Adventures of Pete. And I was shocked that I was really shocked when I found out that they wrote that piece of crap because freaking hilarious.
Yeah, but then there was not a lot of people talk about this, but there's also a Rocky and Bullwinkle movie,
Oh, yeah.
which
I forgot about that.
I've seen it. It's nothing like the The only things that it has in common with the cartoon is that
How they're self-aware, their weird humor and stuff,
Have
and
the same
weird things.
character.
the
It's
same
just so
characters.
weird.
It's strange because they're in a live action setting. It's not the cartoonish world, and it doesn't have the same charm as the original. Rocky and Bullwinkle had charm. They were self-aware.
Yeah. Even though there's literally no animation or art direction in there, the scripts were still very fun.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, they try to go with the self-aware stuff too, just like they did in their shows. So you can
yeah.
tell they try
Some
to do
studios have the animation, not the writing, which is a problem that the Walter Land's cartoon studio had, which are people who made Woody Woodpecker and J Ward Productions. They had the writing down, not the animation, but Warner Brothers, they had both those things down.
Yeah, I remember Warner Brothers did the Space Jam
Yeah,
and
they were kind of yeah.
filmed now that they were at least trying with.
Yeah, they were trying, but it didn't go as well. What I think really brought the characters back is probably the Looney Tunes show is probably the best they've come so far. I mean,
Yeah, and everybody hates it though.
which is strange because it's actually a good idea because it's
Yeah, when they want to see something related to Looney Tunes, they want to see Looney Tunes, not Seinfeld.
well,
and that change of format just kind of made them hate that show so much.
which is strange because it does fit. It's not a bad idea. It's not really that bad of an idea.
It's not a bad idea. In fact, it's a pretty good idea.
It is actually. It's a very creative idea. It's
and the characters still feel like themselves.
They
Bugs
do.
Bunny, smart alecky guy, and Bugs Bunny, and Daffy Duck is still the sore loser and everything. All the characters still feel like themselves, pretty much. It's just the change of format that got people to stop watching it.
yeah, and then there's Wabbit, I think it's called, which is from what I've seen of it, it's a lot more like a traditional Looney Tunes cartoon, even though. And it,
Yeah, they
I
tried.
saw it, and it wasn't really that funny, to be honest.
Like, I have to give credit. I like that they're trying to make the characters look kind of similar to what they did when they first appeared, just to give a good, just to feel like an old how it was before. But I just think they didn't execute it at well with the humor.
Like they reverted Daffy Duck and Wabbit to his original that crazy version of himself when he was first introduced. So I thought that was actually a pretty cool throwback item thing and everything. But I just don't think the show itself is that. Like, I know they're trying, but there's just something lacking.
I'm just thinking, like, it is kind of sad. Like, when a show tries their hardest to make it the best, but it doesn't work, I just kind of feel bad for the people behind it that worked on it, because they think it was a good thing, but it's just that
they know that what they're doing will never live up to the original Looney Tunes cartoon, but God knows they're still trying their hardest to put out some entertaining content.
Like, if you think about it, they're trying to also avoid some modern jokes at this point. Like they don't want to, like, go with the what's going on current event jokes, because many people would think it won't be funny, and I get it. Like, they try to. In fact, the thing is, I feel like many people try to make an original joke, and it's just like similar to making an original meme. Not many people will find it funny, but if you try your best to make it original and you did your hardest, not many people will like it. If you just go with something not so original, people are gonna like it. And that's kind of sad at this point. They try being original and doing their own concept. Doesn't work so well, but when they try doing something that's been done many times, people will enjoy it, and it's just.
Yeah, that's kind of the charm that I think Gumball has. They do self-aware jokes, but the way they execute it is when they have a hit, they have a hit.
Yeah, I think, like, the latest Gumball episodes haven't been really that good compared to, like, the first couple seasons. Because I feel like they found, like, their ground for jokes and all that, and I don't think it's a pretty comfortable territory at the end. But whereas, like, the original seasons of the show were kind of charming and somewhat subversive in a way, but they were enjoyable.
Yeah, like there's
so sarcastic and so mean-spirited and just kind of gross. It's just kind of hard to appreciate.
Yeah, like I know that they had this episode where they meet up with bootlegs.
I thought that was a weird but really funny.
Oh yeah, with their Chinese.
It was the episode that made me realize this was not the same show that I was watching when I was of it anymore.
And I thought that was probably one that they really hit it out of the park.
I just thought it was funny how they just did, like, a joke against social justice warriors, just, like, being aware of them and going, like, oh my,
yeah.
How social justice warriors actually act like. I thought that was an amazing joke they just did.
But then you gotta realize,
I did not like that joke at all.
Oh.
But then you gotta realize.
That one episode they did with, like, that fake Trump or whatever. It was like.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Wait, Donald Trump. Oh yeah, I forgot Donald Trump.
Yeah, the one where, like, Trump looked like was the mayor or something.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, but that's the problem cartoons have. That's actually the problem that people have as well. If you want to make jokes about things like that, you gotta do it well. You have to do that well.
Yeah, you have to know what you're doing first. Like,
you know, like how the Sonic Boom cartoons makes.
You gotta know how it works first, instead of, like, just going for it. And if you're just going for it for the sake of going for it, don't.
You mean
actually think of what would make it work, and if it works, then do it, then go for it. But
yeah, but then back to that social justice warriors joke. You gotta realize that a good chunk of the audience for another Cartoon Network show fall into that category of people. Steven.
Universe.
Yeah, I don't know why Steven Universe of all things has that following. Undertale has it too, but and they're both extreme.
I have some friends. There are friends of mine who are into Undertale and everything. No, I'm not into Undertale, but they're not SJWs.
But yeah, just some of these people. Yeah, but that's fine. I've never played Undertale before, but it does look like something that is interesting. I'll say that.
Yeah. I haven't played it either, but in its own weird way, it's like an interesting game and everything. But I can't to play it anytime soon.
I mean, like the thing.
And actually, my friend who's Undertale gave me this piece of advice. If you actually finish playing Undertale, whenever you do, don't tell people you played the game. Otherwise, they're never gonna shut up about it.
Yeah, that's something. Like, once you say something, once you go Undertale, you never go back.
What? Like, I mean, like, I never played it, but I think it's. What I like is how it's unique, how the RPG is unique from other RPGs I've seen and what I played, and it's basically just more of just like you just talk your way out of situations and with morals and stuff, and that's actually kind of something that's actually has never been done, but surprisingly well executed in the game, which is I understand why people loved it, but god damn it, what did happen to the fans though? What happened to the nice story and characters? Now we just get all these fanfics, some fan art, some weird. I don't even know. Like, just go to the Tumblr page. Like, I think there is a Tumblr page where a bunch of Undertale fans come together and collaborate with their arts and stuff and their work with it, and it just, I don't even know to say, man.
Yeah, I mean, they're fans. Just if they're gonna do something, just let them do it. I mean, like, as long as
That's
not
what.
or anything, then whatever. I won't judge and I won't judge. But
It's
like,
yeah, that's true.
really, like, if you're like harassing other fans or whatever because you like their favorite characters or not your favorite characters, or if you don't even like Undertale at all, then just don't do this.
Yeah.
Better yet.
But like,
Better yet.
I don't know.
People like that should not even be on the internet because they can't handle that.
Yeah, they can't fathom the very real possibility that other people have different opinions. And whenever they do have an opinion that's different, they will definitely take that opportunity to just slander them.
Mm-hmm. And
which is not a cool thing to do.
yeah, and
Yep.
now the worst part is sometimes they drive people to suicide.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like there were some Steven Universe SJW fans who drove fan artists to near suicide because she didn't draw Rose as accurately.
Oh, and it's just the most mundane bullshit. It really is. It is such a little thing that is no reason. There is no reason to get that upset.
People scream at you if your cosplay costume isn't 100% accurate.
Oh,
if you're Caucasian and you're going as like Garnet or whatever, they will scream at you.
mm-hmm. And
you better hope you have like purple skin like the people on Doug, otherwise you're gonna get slandered for going as like Amethyst.
yeah, even though if you have purple skin, you should get that checked out because purple skin is not something people should have.
Yeah.
That is mostly why I wasn't a big fan of Steve Universe anymore.
Yeah. Stenson or whatever, and it's not.
Most people I know, they just got bored of Stevie Universe because the story has just... Because they said that they're doing too many fillers and story hasn't been getting good at the moment. It's just kind of getting just dull, and that's it.
Oh,
But
you
then
wanna?
Karaoke,
I don't watch
that show's
TV,
actually
but-
good.
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you wanna cosplay like a fucking Robot Jones? Too bad you have to be a literal robot to dress up as Robot Jones.
Nah, I mean, like,
That's
I see
fucking
many
stupid.
people could actually dress up as
That is
cartoon
stupid.
character. Some guy actually did something really nice. Like, I remember someone literally molded an entire costume to make it look glossy and plastic, to make it look like Astro Boy, and it looked really nice and spot on, and it looked really nice. It looked like he did the material. He got I don't know what he used for the materials, but it looked spot on and looked really nice though, and it just looked really of a good costume as Astro Boy. I was surprised. Same thing what someone did for an Iron Man costume to make it literally light up and have the suit have it move with the thrusters and stuff. It's like I was surprised how they made like some weird plastic to make it look metal like, and it's just incredible. I'm selling you, like, people can go crazy with it, and they actually can show how much they appreciate it just by that much work onto costumes or anything that way, which has respect, I have to say.
But I don't know how comfortable that is. It's plastic.
Yeah, being in a plastic suit might be stiffy and probably might be uncomfortable, but I think they just get used to it. You get used to it. I'm saying maybe you're gonna need some help, because something's not right with your body if you're used to it. Not gonna lie.
So getting back onto the topic of Christmas special or whatever, the other day I saw like the first South Park Christmas special, which was that Mr. Hanky episode.
Oh, yep, everybody.
And I was actually kind of surprised at how funny that episode was. Like, I mean, like, I never see South Park, but that episode was actually kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
How can South Park have so many crazy jokes and content, yet the network is so comfortable with it?
Yeah, but there's some things that they won't let them joke about, like Mohammed, because
they wouldn't let them joke about Muhammad, but they did so anyway, because, you know, and, like, they came under so much controversy for that. Like, they actually got death threats for that.
yeah, people think, oh, they're anti, like, Muslim or something, but it's the opposite. They're just trying to offend people, and that's very much what South Park is. It's a show that's made to offend everybody.
Well,
Yeah, somehow
technically, it's a show that doesn't care who it offends. I mean, like, for all the offensive stuff that they throw at you, there's still some really insightful commentary in there.
There is. It's trying to teach, like, moral lessons at the same time while making fun of things. Like, I think there was this one episode, like, where everyone was obsessed with, like, Britney Spears or something.
Yeah, and they were like, who cares?
It's just Britney Spears, it's not like they're doing anything interesting, they're just...
like finding the Holy Grail, it's just like some celebrity on the toilet. Who cares?
Yeah, that's what TMZ is. That's very much what... That reminds me of TMC. Yeah. Yeah, TMZ, all this is just celebrities doing very uninteresting, normal, everyday things. And they gobbled up like it's... And
yeah, they gobble it up like a Thanksgiving dinner at like an orphanage or whatever.
The wedding 7 across the earth.
like it's a celebrity going into a supermarket. Who cares? People need their milk and eggs.
What's this? A celebrity going to church? Don't worry, the liberal media will attack them.
Remember that one time that people were looking at Kanye like early in the morning, and he said, "Hey, good morning, Kanye," and he replied, "Shut the fuck up." And in fact, funny thing is, he said this like he says, quote unquote, all the paparazzi's been disrespecting to him and his family. then just one member of the paparazzi just said, "Hey, good morning, Kanye," in a polite attitude, and he just replies back, all pissing, "Shut the fuck up." No way. It's just hilarious when I saw that. Just that it's like all these celebrities are just pissed at everything from what TMZ has done at this point now.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, but honestly, it's getting back on the topic of Christmas.
Yeah,
I love Christmas.
Yeah,
we gotta get back to that.
yeah. Christmas is just it tries to bring out the most in people, but sometimes it brings out least in people. Like,
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
brings up some people.
yeah, but when you go, but there are all these people who don't have anyone to spend Christmas with. Either their family doesn't like them, or
Yeah, either they don't have a family, or their family hates them, or they just family, or like they're just busy.
oh, and it's always
So all they have to do for Christmas, is just like people to talk to one time. It's actually kind of sad the more you think about it.
yeah. That it actually is kind of sad when you think about that. And then there's this like there are these weird like elf on the shelves like people buy them and then they just move them around and they're like these things where you can't touch them or else they fucking die.
Wait, I actually forgot.
Oh,
Like there was this little girl who had an elf on the shelf, but like their family dog got into it and like tore the doll to shreds, and the girl was like devastated, right? So they had to take the doll to the hospital without touching it, of course, and the doctors actually had to do surgery on it again without touching it, and after a while, like it got better, and the girl was happy again. Like,
Oh, that is
To be honest,
just really ridiculous.
and they put it on a higher shelf for the dog won't reach it.
I want to say this: if I would think of something of a video of and it falls down, I would play that one song where it has the kazoo and where it has that harmonica, like dee, 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 dee. Like I just like when as soon as the elf falls down. I hope you understand what music I'm talking about because I hear that song a lot.
Yeah, I do. I like this one. Oh no! Continue.
I'm sorry. I think that music is hilarious when they just put it on sad and stuff with it, and it just doesn't sound right. I made a hat that's powered by sadness. I just can't. No. Okay. All right. Back on topic of Elf on the Shelf and just regular Christmas stuff. I got
but you know what the worst.
One time I saw that Vine was like with that Frosty the Snowman toy dancing. It was like,
oh yeah, that
I
remember that
Frosty the Snowman.
Yeah.
And then it just falls on the ground.
Yeah, I love that one. Yeah, I love that one.
But you know what would be 100 times worse than an elf on the shelf?
What?
A Jeffy on the shelf.
A Jeffy on the shelf?
Yes.
Yeah, everyone keeps bashing on SML. Okay, really 100%. And everyone just go around it. Just leave the guy alone. He'll be fine. Fact is, probably he might be stopping making his videos soon because of what YouTube's doing now.
Jeez.
It is true. It is true. In fact, his videos being checked by YouTube, most of them, even his older ones as well. Probably there's a chance that he can't be making more videos in the future.
YouTube does this automated bullshit. They've always had.
Yeah, YouTube's been going for a lot of bullshit for this year.
What's up with this point? Like, websites are even doing the same thing, something similar at Twitter, it's doing something similar to YouTube as well, and it's just getting worse. People are already like, especially the part when they said that it's going to track people down from.
That is not a bad idea. I actually think that's a good idea, but they're not doing it the right way.
The thing is, it's only on those verified accounts. Check your web browsing and your searching on those verified accounts. I know for a fact. Someone has told me this, how it's going to function and work, and they showed me how it worked. So if you don't have a white check mark on your account, I think you'll be good. You just still be aware and not get tracked down at least, and hope not to get verified.
Why is everybody privating now?
Oh, because the Threat Slayer's back.
Yeah, Threat Slayer's
back.
Oh.
I'm back now, by the way.
Oh yeah, welcome back, Walt.
No. Oh, Walt's back? Okay. Welcome back.
Yeah, you left.
Yeah, I had to take a shower.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you did.
I think I'm feeling better now, at least.
That's a plus.
I don't know.
We were talking about... Why, like... I'm just lucky I haven't come under yet, but...
So, what did I miss?
Well, we were talking about...
We were talking about Christmas stuff. We were actually just discussing about Elf on a Shelf.
How they take an elf on the shelf to the hospital.
It's just hilarious. It's just crazy to think they just did that just for the girl.
Wait,
Don't judge. They Homestar said a story that
No, it was Matt that said the story, not.
Sorry, Matt said. Sorry,
this is
Matt.
the one about the dog, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell Waltman this. No, but Waltman didn't listen to it though. He wasn't here yet. I think he was here.
Yeah.
Like all of what happened is that Matt said that some dog was like tearing apart those Elf on the Shelf toys, and the girl freaked out. They took the elf to the literally to the hospital to fix her when she or he'll die. Stuff.
God!
It's just weird that they just did that.
They had to fix it without touching it, in like the spirit of Elf on the Shelf traditions. They had to use like extra gloves and everything like that. So.
And also,
even more funny.
What? I'm trying to think of the worst Christmas special ever. I'm trying to think.
Rhapsody Street Kids.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh no.
What is that?
Oh, it
Grandma.
is literally.
Oh my God, Grandma.
If you saw it for yourself, you would not believe it aired on TV.
Great Grandma, you always know just what to say.
Grandma.
And they have. And if I show you a literal screenshot from this, I have trouble believing this ever aired on TV. This does not look like something that would air on TV ever. But it did.
I thought for a moment you guys said Grandma got ran over by a reindeer. And I was like, how was that a bad special?
Now
Like,
If I hear that theme song for Grandma Got Run Over for Reindeer, I swear to God, I am beyond tired of that stupid special.
Grandma's gonna sew the pants.
Grandma's
gonna do.
Wait, no, that actually aired. That's the thing that.
Yeah, this aired on television.
Yeah, this actually aired.
Oh, wait,
Are they like airing that special on Cartoon Network this year? Still?
No. Oh, you're talking about the. You're talking about the grandma.
Yeah, they do that. They do that every year, don't they?
Yeah,
usually they do it every year.
I think I saw a clip on YouTube that showed it that was airing on Cartoon Network, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought of the most offensive joke to that song and that move and the special. Just have a reindeer literally drive a car and edit a old lady get hit by a car and then say Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
Give me 24 hours of a Christmas story on TBS and I'll be good.
So I remember that I seen that character because I remember one of my friends on Twitter had his icon of that character.
Oh, it aired on TV.
Oh yeah, Scripps. Oh yeah, Jay had that.
I think I think it was Scribs. I think like I don't remember which face it was. I mean, I think it was like a sad face or something.
Yes, this
something
aired.
like that.
I'm not
Like,
shitting you. I am not. This is. I can't make this stuff up.
Oh.
Oh no. This aired on TV.
I honestly haven't seen this special, but from what I'm seeing so far, I don't know. I don't even know if I want to watch it or not. Like,
you know the special had Mark Hamill and Jodie Benson in it.
And Nancy Cartwright.
Yeah, the voice of Bart Simpson.
Wait, hold on.
Here's an interesting story about that. They were able to get Nancy Cartwright and all these big stars like Mark Hamill and everything on that special through Scientology. I'm not making this up. They got all of this all these actors up, like this huge budget and everything through Scientology. Because like the direction
through Scientology.
This is just this from what else I know, this person has like a shady background. I don't know the specifics. I just know that he had quite a presence on the internet.
Backgrounds.
Yeah,
like a kid's.
Yeah, I think he had like this business before, but I might be thinking of something else, but I'm not sure. Where he had like this business where kids could sign up, and he sends all the information to these like beauty pageants. I'm not sure if that's right. I might be thinking of something else, but I think that might be what.
Info of the production company who made that special is like very, very shady. Like the stuff that they put out that's available online is just out there. Let me just say that. And the descriptions that they have up there on their website are just like egotistical.
Yeah, some companies have very shady backgrounds. That's what you gotta be careful.
So yeah, on the topic of Christmas specials, I think probably one of my favorite ones, is Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Oh, yep. Oh, that's a classic. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mostly because I made a YouTube poop out of it last year.
I made a poop of it back in 2015, I think.
Yeah, all the like.
And we're gonna
and they put a shit ton of time into them. They put a shit ton of time into these, like.
Sorry, my phone froze. What did I miss?
Not very much. We're just talking about Santa Claus is Coming to Town now, and pretty much just entirety.
You're talking about the motion picture by Rankin Bass, right?
Yeah, Rankin Bass.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's the entirety of it. Rankin Bass is pretty much synonymous with Christmas now. They have such a distinct style.
Yeah, they did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Yeah, now it's pretty much synonymous with Christmas.
Oh yeah, speaking YouTube. Were you guys saying something? Because I don't want to interrupt anyone.
I just said Rankin Bass is synonymous with Christmas specials in the very same way that Microsoft is synonymous, that Windows is synonymous with Microsoft.
Well, when life gives you Windows. Dun, 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 dun.
Anyways, but yeah. Anyways, who's that? I mean, it hasn't, like I said before, it hasn't really aged well. But then again, I was so strung out during that time.
Oh wow,
I do like your YouTube poops actually. They are really.
Anyway, speaking of YouTube poops, I'm currently making a rock dog YTP.
Oh,
as many of you
know. Oh my god. I actually love your YouTube poops, Villager Boy.
Yeah, I saw your Mickey Mouse one before.
I mean, same here.
I saw your Mickey Mouse one before, and it's...
You guys actually reminded me about Skeleton's Revenge.
Oh, what?
Like that Christmas special that Momo Studio did.
I haven't really seen much of it. Stuff, but from what I've seen so far, it's actually pretty good.
Oh, I almost forgot. There's no clubhouse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I showed my friends and they just love that part. I just imagine that show. As soon as like the first episode, there's no clubhouse and the show's canceled now.
Yeah.
There's no.
So yeah. Anyways, about the Rock Dog YTP. Just I think I'm almost done with it. I'm halfway done with it. I think I probably might release it around like next year, probably around like January or February or something. Like I promised myself that I would get it around like this year, but due to like a lot of procrastination and lack of inspiration in school and such, just yeah, it's I had a lot of stuff to deal with. Just we all get through those.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm still making it. It's it's still coming. So stay tuned for that.
Alright.
Sorry, but that thing is going to the same road like Fry and Dory. I hate to say it.
Crippling depression. That's my problem with Emperor Limit that I have. Like, all the jokes that he makes now, just crippling downward spiral and that.
And
Downward spiral.
It's not that funny. Not really that funny.
Enough is enough. I have had it.
actually,
I've had.
I just remember like it would be funny. Like I remember that one episode of Shanghai when the Flying Dutchman throws Squidward into that weird ball. I could just imagine like space on Squidward and when he falls through that hole, Iroh putting a lot of memes in the background. Downward spiral.
Yeah, well, kid.
Downward spiral. Ah.
spiral downwards.
And he runs it into the ground. He's running it into the ground. That's the problem I have with it.
Have you seen the tweet?
Yeah, you. Is he actually gonna do that?
I'm not sure. I mean, I'd be surprised if he did. But I don't know. I highly doubt that he.
I don't think that. Yeah, Frying Dory's never gonna happen.
Yeah, it's pretty much gonna be like Half-Life.
It's gonna be like Half-Life Episode 3.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like,
it's like Episode 3.
yeah.
That's a good way to describe it.
No.
Like, fuck, I can't talk. Like, I don't know. It's like whatever. I don't know. It's just since I'm like rested for like quite a long. I kind of feel like I lost a bit of like my I don't know, like intelligence or something, or I don't know how to describe it, but I don't know. My brain is shaking.
Isn't me? Wait, are we all cutting out or like glitching?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I think like I don't remember which one. I think it was MattBoo or something. I kind of forgot. But yeah, I think.
Okay, I think things are working fine and well. So let's continue on with your story.
All right.
So what were you gonna say, woman?
What? Oh, I'm trying to think. Fuck. Okay. Let me just think this. Okay.
You've been going for.
Okay, well, since ever since I was sick, I kind of feel like I lost a bit of my intelligence. Like neither that. I'm not sure. All right, wait, actually. God damn it! Fuck, I can't speak.
Wait a minute, let me check. How long have we been going? An hour and almost 25 minutes.
I say that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Good time for when people do podcasts.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just gonna end it here. Say goodbye, everybody.
Yeah,
Bye.
Good night.
Yeah,
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.